Hello everybody and welcome back to the Dickinson Homestead. I'm so glad you're here and joining me today. If you're new, hello and welcome. My name is Shauna. So I've got 5 casseroles to share with you today. A few of them are new recipes on my channel. They're not like new recipes to me, but I've never shared them on my channel before. So I really hope you enjoy this, and I'm so excited. I hit 8,000 subscribers. I didn't even realize, and I was so excited. Thank you so much for coming and subscribing. I hope you stick around for all different kinds of yummy meal ideas. I really do appreciate every single one of you more than you know, for all of my long-term subscribers and all of the new ones that decided that they actually kind of liked me and subscribed. So we're gonna get on into the casseroles, and I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you at the end. So for this casserole, this is a chicken queso casserole. It's really, really good, and I have adapted this recipe. I'll put the original one down below, but I'm changing it up a bit to what I have in my pantry and our taste buds, and it's really, really good. So I've got 4 chicken breasts in here, and I'm going to be seasoning them up with the McCormick chicken taco seasoning, a bit of oil with it. And then I'm going to be air frying the chicken at 400 for 25 minutes. I'll do a halfway marker, about 13 minutes, and kind of switch over and turn over the chicken. That way we get a full doneness of chicken breast. Now you don't have to use an air fryer. You absolutely do not have to. You could actually cut these up into halves or thirds of the chicken breasts and skillet fry them with the taco seasoning of your choice. You could totally do that. I just love doing chicken. I just love doing different meats for whatever reason in the air fryer, because it makes it so much easier and you don't have to babysit the meat while it's cooking in the frying pan. You can just get things done. Anyways, I'm getting kind of off the point. So we're gonna go ahead and season this up. Now you could actually marinate this overnight. Just do this, get your chicken nice and marinated, and that probably would have been the best choice to do. Oop, I put way too much oil in there. Whew, okay, so I'm just gonna use my hands. If you're squiggly about this, don't use a bowl, use a Ziploc bag and get all of your chicken marinated and whatnot. But I'm not squiggly with my hands with raw chicken, I'm just not. Okay, now I'm done with that. I'm gonna go ahead and place these in my Ninja. Okay, so I'm gonna get this started. Nope, temp 400 for 25 minutes. Okay, now while that's going on, I'm gonna get my queso ready. Okay, I hope you can hear me. I'm gonna talk a little bit louder because of the air fryer being on, but this is how I'm gonna be doing my queso today. Now you can do a pre-made queso like Totino's queso. I think Pace Picani has their own queso, whatever queso you have, but this is what I'm doing for mine. I did this last time and I thought it was absolutely fabulous. So I'm taking a jar of cheese whiz. This is just a regular jar. I don't think they make anything bigger than this, but I'm not sure. It's like 15 ounces of cheese whiz. And then I'm gonna be using my rotel, the fire roasted. And then this is what I have on hand, and I need to get this used up, but I've got some heavy whipping cream. You can use half and half, or you can use milk. It's completely up to you. So that's how I'm making my queso. You can also use Velveeta if you want to. Now I've actually got the chicken done. I'm letting it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes in the air fryer. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to layering on this. For this part, I like to have black beans. I'm going to leave a link to the actual recipe that I use for my Instant Pot Spanish rice. I'm pretty much pantry cooking right now, because you could either do 2 to 2.5 cups of plain white cooked rice, or brown rice that's cooked, or you could do the Knorr Spanish rice packets, or you could even do the Mexican rice, the boxed Mexican rice. It's up to you. But I think the Spanish rice does really, really well, and that is the recipe that I use. I got it from Taylor Elmore like a year ago, I do believe, and I just love it. So I didn't have any of the Knorr Spanish rice packets to make this to show you, so I just made mine from scratch, and it is really good. So like I said, I've got a big can of the Bush's black beans. You could leave out the beans, or change it to ranch style beans, or just plain pinto beans. It's up to you, but I felt like the recipe needed a little bit extra something. And then I also have a can of whole kernel corn in here as well. So I'm gonna shake that on there as well. We're just gonna give it a little toss. Okay, I'm gonna lay my chicken breasts on top of everything. You can see how pretty and crispy that gets. Okay, and then you can tell what's coming next, the good part. Okay, I already have my oven preheated at 350, and I'm gonna cover this with some aluminum foil, and I'm gonna let this cook for 20-25 minutes, and then we will be done. So this is it, and it is absolutely fabulous. I hope you give this recipe a try. It's very rich and very decadent. So if you are in the mood for a fall comfort food casserole, this is yours for the winter. Okay, so for tonight we're gonna be doing a Cesar casserole. Mine is gonna be a creamy Cesar casserole. So I've got, this is my favorite for this, the Ken's creamy Cesar. We've got that. We've got some whipped cream cheese. Now I've got 2 here just because I've got a little bit, the tiniest bit left in this container. So I went on ahead and grabbed out this one. I usually put anywhere from, I wanna say a half a cup in there, maybe 3/4 of a cup. It depends on like how creamy you really want it, to be quite honest. I will have all the measurements down below. I'm gonna be using some of my rotisserie chicken, and I've got some vegetables that I'm gonna be putting in this just to sneak some veggies in. You could obviously do vegetables on the side, but why not? But I'm gonna go ahead and sneak these in. This is the Pick Sweet Farms, the steamables, spring vegetables. I like the one that has like the asparagus in it, and the squash and zucchini and the carrots, things like that. I think it's a really good mix, and it's really good in this. Now you could obviously, like I said, take that out and just do your veggies on the side. Now one time I did do artichokes in this and spinach, and it was really, really yummy, but I don't have any artichokes in there. And I don't have any spinach. This is what we're gonna be using. And then just some black pepper, sea salt if you've got some. And then I've got my shredded Parmesan cheese as well. You're gonna need some croutons, and then you can do whatever kind of pasta you want. I like using rotini for this, or you could do egg noodles as well, bow tie noodles, whatever kind of noodles that you wanna use, you can use them, but I like to use rotini for this one. And then the croutons, you're gonna use croutons for this, and you're gonna crush them up really good in the bag, like so. Just give them a good squashing, just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this boiled up because you want your noodles to be nice and hot so that it can melt down the cream cheese, and then put in your Caesar salad. So let me get this going, and as soon as this is done cooking, like in 2 seconds, like less than a second, 12 minutes for me, 1 second for you, I'll be right back. So there is my bowl. You are gonna absolutely love this recipe. It is so yummy. It's creamy because of the salad dressing, but also with that cream cheese, but it's not overwhelming. And then you get that kind of tartness from the dressing as well. And then you also get the crunchiness from the croutons that just makes it even super yummier. So this is an awesome, awesome one. And the kids absolutely love it. Never complain about any of the veggies in there because the veggies are coated in all the extra yummy goodness. So I hope you give this one a try. It's so good. I'm about to dig into this, and I know the hubby man is itching to get home right now to get him a big old bowl. Okay, everybody, so today, let me move this back just a tiny bit. Today, I'm gonna be doing one of my best friend's dirty rice recipes. Normally, this is actually in a casserole dish, and then you cover it tightly with foil. Now, I'm all out of foil, so I'm gonna be using my Dutch oven. I'm gonna link this down below. I love this thing. Oops, I just recently got it a couple months ago and I adore this. It's just an Amazon basic one. So I'm gonna link that down below. So in my girl Dana's dirty rice, this is my absolute favorite recipe for dirty rice. And I don't know if you can technically call it like a casserole, but I really don't care. I really wanted to share it with you, and I really wanted some of this, so this is going in this video. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need 1 green bell pepper chopped as fine as you want it or as chunky as you want it. You're gonna want 1 to 2 pounds of ground beef. I've got like 1.5 pounds of ground beef in here. I already cooked this up. I had pre-browned 3-pound like one of those tubes of 80-20 hamburger meat. So I have meat prepped for different meals throughout this next week. Okay, so in it with the hamburger meat, I had also browned up with it 1/2 of an onion. So that's what you're gonna need right there, and it's usually salt, pepper, Worcestershire sauce, that type of thing. And then you're also gonna need 2 cans of French onion soups, and then 1 can of cream of mushroom and 1 can of cream of chicken. You're gonna need 2 cups of rice, uncooked rice. This is the Zatarans that I absolutely love. And then I'll also link these jars down below because I had gotten a 2-pack of these jars. And then also for other seasonings, pepper, this is Tony's. And then also some of this Uncle Chris's steak seasoning. This Uncle Chris's, they also have a fish seasoning one that's really good as well. I don't have any of that. I wouldn't use that in this one, but we do use this. Okay, and then you're also going to need 1.5 cans of one of these cans of soup. I'll show you how that works in just a second. So basically, this is like a dump and go minus browning up the hamburger meat. If you prep things ahead of time, this would just be an awesome weeknight. Get home, toss it together, put it in the oven for an hour and 15 minutes, and you're done. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Okay, and like I said, you're gonna need to put water in there. So it's 1 full can, and then 1/2 can of water. There we go. Okay, so I've got everything mixed in there. I'm gonna put my lid on, and normally whenever I cook this in the casserole dish, it is spot on an hour and 15 minutes for this to cook, and I never have to check on it. It's kind of like that no-peak chicken or the no-peak pork chops that I like to do, where you literally don't check it until it's done at an hour. So with this, since I've never cooked this inside my Dutch oven, I'm gonna be checking it at 45 minutes just to make sure that I don't overdo it in this. you know, just to save my rear end. So at 45 minutes, I'm gonna check it, and I will definitely put down below, and then I'll come back and let you know if it went on to an hour and 15 minutes to whenever this is done. But it's already smelling amazing. I know you're gonna love this recipe, and I cannot wait to eat this. Okay, it is done, and it did take a full hour and 15 minutes still. So the timing is perfect for either the Dutch oven or the actual casserole dish. Now I'm gonna just pop a little green onion on the top of here, and we are done. And then also you can serve this with some andouille sausage. You can do some fancy cornbread on the side as well, or just have it a simple dish in a bowl just like that. Now when my husband gets home, he's gonna pop this on the grill. My mom gets this for us, and we absolutely love this brand. I can't find it in any of our stores, but she does order this online, and that is it. I'll try to link the website that she uses to order this, but this is fabulous, and he's gonna grill that up too. So tonight I'm gonna be making a meatball casserole. I've tried this a couple of other times, and I've changed it here and there. I'm always fiddling with recipes. I can't leave them alone. So this is how I'm gonna do it this time. It should turn out just fine though. So I've got a 9x13 baking dish right here. I've got 1 jar of Prego. This is the 24-ounce jar of Prego. You can use whatever you want as long as it's a 24-ounce jar. I'm gonna be putting in some mushrooms in mine. I will be draining this. This is just, you know, you can use fresh mushrooms if you want. I don't have any fresh mushrooms, but I do have some. I did have some in my pantry. I'm also going to be using some black olives in this as well. I like putting any kind of black olive in dishes like this. It's just good. I really like it, and so does my husband. And then I've got 1 package of, so this is a 52 count Italian style. I just got this from Walmart. It was like $5, pretty good deal. And then I've got 1 package of this pasta right here. Last time I did it with like the little mini penne pasta, and it was really good, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to do with these little squiggly ones. And then I've got 1 cup of heavy cream, and I've got 2 cups of water right here. You can do chicken stock, chicken bouillon if you wanted to. I'm just gonna do water for mine. And then also, if you don't have any heavy cream, you can substitute this for milk, or you can do 3 cups of water, or you can do 3 cups of chicken stock. You can just mix it and match it however you want, as long as there's 3 cups of liquid in there, so that it will cook your pasta up. And then you could also, you know, throw in some sauteed onions, sauteed peppers, whatever you feel like being fancy with, that's what you can do. But we're gonna keep it super simple and easy tonight, especially for the kiddos. I'm already putting in a little bit of extra, you know, stuff in there that I might hear something about, but I don't care. I want them to eat something that has a little bit of veggies in it, right? Yeah? Oh, and then I'm sorry, and then also some mozzarella cheese, but that doesn't go on until later on. I'm also going to be putting in a little bit of extra seasonings as well, like garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of extra oregano. Just stuff like that. You could omit putting in extra seasonings if you want, but I'm going to go ahead and put some in there for myself. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and put in our water, put in our heavy cream. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and dump in my pasta sauce. Okay, now what you're gonna wanna do is cover it really tightly with aluminum foil, and then you're gonna put it in an oven that's been preheated to 425, and you wanna cook it for 40 minutes to about 50 minutes. It depends on whenever your noodles will get done. You want them al dente, but if you feel like your noodle is still kind of hard, just keep on cooking it. And then by the end, once you feel like your noodles are done to the way you want them, that's whenever you're gonna put on your mozzarella cheese. Now, while that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and just shred up the rest of my mozzarella, and then dinner will be done. Okay, so there it is, it's all done. I did notice that I had to go in, I usually go in about middle bake and kind of fluff up all the noodles and stuff to make sure everything gets done. These definitely, the little corkscrew ones, are a little bit finicky to get all underneath there, but I think it turned out really great. I just sprinkled some parsley, some Italian parsley on top. I would serve this with some garlic bread, a side salad, that type of thing. I would show that, you know, I would show that too, but I gotta run outside real quick. A friend of mine came to pick up her daughter's Bible, and she's actually ran into our ditch, so I gotta go outside and help them. But that is it, and I cannot wait to dig into this. Okay, so I went on ahead and started this recipe off with browning 2 pounds of ground beef. And I also chopped up, as you can see in there, some red bell pepper. I went on ahead and did that off camera just because I'm kind of sick of seeing myself filming browning up ground beef. But anyways, so all I used in it was my normal, I've got some dried minced onion right here, or you can do, or you can chop an actual onion and put it in there. Black pepper, Worcestershire sauce, and also my sea salt. I use sea salt with everything. So now that I've got that done, and then I also drained it, I chopped up the bell pepper and just browned it up with the meat mixture. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my taco seasoning right here. I like to put quite a bit in there. I'm gonna put about 1/4 cup of water in there as well. So now that I've got my hamburger meat done, I'm gonna go ahead and get my casserole dish sprayed down just slightly. It doesn't have to be drenched. Okay, so for mine, I'm gonna be using a crescent dough sheet from Pillsbury. You can do so many different ways. You can do a cornbread bottom. You can use the Pillsbury Grands biscuits if you wanted to. And then I know another popular one is actual Bisquick mix, where you mix that together with water and then press it down in there. But we're gonna do something a little bit easier, and we're gonna use the crescent dough sheet. So I've let this come to room temperature so that it's easier to push out. And I've got my oven preheating at 375. I'll roll that on out of there and lay it down. We're gonna push it on all the sides, up and over, just to get it kind of even. Okay, and then we're gonna start putting in our taco meat right on the middle. Okay, I think that's good. Now I'm gonna reserve the rest of this for my little ones, because they like to have tacos throughout the week for lunch and stuff like that. So we're just gonna push that aside. And I'm gonna put this aside, and we're gonna get started on our cream mixture. Okay, now in my bowl, I've got the trifecta of creams. I've got 1/2 cup of mayo, I've got 1/2 cup of whipped cream cheese, and then I've got 1/2 cup of sour cream. Now any of these can be transferred out. If you don't like mayonnaise, just use the cream cheese and the sour cream. Vice versa for any of them. It's all up to you, but this is how I like to do mine. And then I've got some shredded cheddar cheese. I'm just gonna grab a couple little handfuls of this, and that's all you really need. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my tomatoes. I've got 2 Roma tomatoes. Just slice them, and then you put them on just like so. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with some jalapenos, some pickled jalapenos, nacho jalapenos, whatever you call them. If you don't want to do jalapenos, you can do a couple cans of the diced green chilies. That's really good. I'm just gonna toss them in just here and there. Okay, and now we're just gonna take our cream mixture and top it on top. Okay, and I'm just gonna top it off with a little bit more cheese because it wouldn't be me if I didn't add cheese. Okay, and in the oven it goes. Okay, that is all I have for you today. I would love to know what one of your favorite casserole dishes are. I would love to try them in the future. So if you feel like sharing them down below, I would love it if you did. If any of these casseroles perked up your ears a little bit and made your skirt fly, I would love to know which one you might try out in your next meal plan. So with all that being said, I will have a giveaway in a couple of weeks. And I'm still deciding on what I want to give away. There's a few things that I have in store that I might choose, but I do definitely want to do a giveaway to celebrate. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, y'all.